Well, setting up my little witch hat. I'm in my Halloween costume, right? I'm being a witch. I'm in Little London, and this is where I have to spend my Halloween, especially that is COVID time. So happy Halloween again, guys. Um, I gotta move myself upstairs because my internet is weaker downstairs. I have to get the booster in properly, but I am above everything. I can see over the whole city and seeing what's happening. But as I said, my husband thinks Halloween is evil and scary. Well, evil things have to happen in life because we who are God people, we know God is gonna have our back and cover us through the whole ordeal. Yeah? We just say our prayers and keep praying and watch the evil ones unfold because them can't help themselves. They're just born to do wicked things to other people. But if you pray and keep yourself all prayed up, to God be the glory. He know how to cover you. So guys, this is what Halloween does. It makes us keep the light shining bright. Yeah? And this is how my light gets even brighter being here because once you believe in God, there's no harm can come to you no matter what. Hmm? Because you keep the faith and you do the right thing and you don't put yourself in situations that will encourage you to do evils. And when you're being tempted, when Satan tempts you and looking company, you know you just tackle yourself. Well, as I was sharing earlier, I am menopausal. I'm going through a menopause, my menopause. Yes, me that old. Me turn 50. And then in addition, I don't know if it's just the menopause or because we took out my wisdom tooth. But since that already last month, I noticed I can't scream anymore, I can't talk loud anymore. And with a whole lot of noise, it pisses me off so much that I get a headache. So, being here with all that noise around drives me crazy. It drives me totally crazy. But guess what? It's a devil thing. It's a devil thing, Chris. Oh, really? Well, we hear a different story. We Catholics hear that it was a time when people used to, do what they're not supposed to do. And even when, as I say, I can't talk too much or too loud because of my menopausal stage. Even when God warned them and tell them that, don't do that, don't do that, they still decided to disobey God. And so God decided to punish those who were being disobedient to Him. To say, if you continue doing the wrongs and the evils, you're gonna wear this big pumpkin with a light in it over your head for the rest of your life. So Mr. Pumpkinhead, that's where the carving man comes from, with the light in the pumpkin to show that God is around and you need to keep doing good things, right? So that for the rest of your life throughout the year, you don't have to be wearing the pumpkin on your head. So this day is to celebrate that pumpkin head man. I told you too, Chris. You knew that story. You knew that story about the Halloween that they said the bad people who were always disobedient to God's will and God's orders end up have to be wearing this big heavy pumpkin on their head for the rest of their lives. And the good ones who obey God and keep the faith and do good things end up living life and being happy and doing the right thing. But the bad ones end up have to put on the pumpkin and end up have to be in costume, they dress up. It's just that what would you say now? That kind of format where you ever see some people being fake, and why they're fake? It's because they have to be wearing costumes. They can't be themselves. They're never real. So in a spiritual realm, a spiritual talk is, if they were good people, they would have to be faking it. They wouldn't have to be pretending or pretenders to act as if they are nice when they know they're not really nice, but they put on these masks and dress up because in costume because they're so evil and they want to, do their evil. But if they're genuine people, God's people, you won't have to do that all the time. You can be real, you can be yourself, and people love you because God is love. People love you just for being yourself. You don't have to dress up in costume all the time. So Halloween reminds you, this Halloween time, celebration time, reminds you of those times with those people who have to do that all the time. All the time, every single time. Even when it's not Halloween, they're in a costume. They can't be themselves. If you focus on life, everyday living, and you meet some people, when you meet them, they are never ever, ever you never ever can see their true selves yet. They're always faking it, they're always pretending, to be somebody else. They don't even know who they are. I have experienced people like that before. These are people that goes around, they're like two-faced, like in their home, behind it, even at home too. Sometimes their husbands don't even know who they really are because they're a costume. They're duppies. They're ghosts. They're not human. They're not real humans, but they're out there every day in our society, up and down with us, all over the place, acting like they're real people when they're not. They're aliens. You understand? So Halloween is the time that we get to shine those light and do pretend and dress up and let those people know that, yeah, man, we know about you. We know you fakers are around, those costume dressers, those evil doers. We know you're around doing your evil deeds, dressing up and acting like you're nice. The time that you're hypocritically a stab, well, find out the people that business to stab them in their back. If you tear them down because you wonder how they better off than you. Or how they, there's a story, where you have some people. Okay, I consider myself blessed because in the life that I live, I was lucky enough to even marry 3 times, find genuine love 3 times, a man who can love you enough to help you to even advance in life, to step up your game, right? I have met that 3 times. My first husband, I have a daughter with. We used to run a gas station together. We did it so well that he purchased a truck, and as the truck was his downfall, and friend them set him up and mash him up with the truck. I laugh at it because it just teaches me, yes, sometimes your friend them can really stab you in the back, they go like them like you, and them set you up and mess you up. So I just laugh it off because I'm like, you should have known better. So some friends are 2-timers, they're Halloweens, they're costume, they're not real people. They act like they like you, but they're setting you up to for a downfall. So until he teamed up with his friends, that's when he first husband got his downfall. His friends pull him, mash him up. Anyway, the second one down, that one down, we do it very well because we have a child. I have a second child. So, the good thing is that he's a doctor, so he could earn his own keeps, earn his own money. And at the same time, he wasn't the type of husband who expected me to do everything, because he was willing to come home and help with the cleaning, help with the cooking, help with the babysitting of the children as well. So they're type of people who was able to help you to step up in life, and little things that I didn't understand about child rearing at the time. Since I was a student of child psychology, we used to share and discuss that. So it helped a lot to know how to, nurse yourself, nurse your child, and all those things as a doctor. Then comes my third husband. Well, the special number, we call it the perfect number, the lucky number. Yes, if lucky number, political parties, the third party is a lucky number, whichever person is able to create that third party in Jamaica. You see how me switch to politics? Just to remember my third party, and because politics is next week, the voting thing. To vote in whoever. Remember, Out of every situation there is, no matter what it is, you're going to brave it and have your third party if you're unpleased of who you get to lead your party. If you're not satisfied with it, you got to brave it, because if you believe in yourself and believe you can do it, it is about time Jamaica needs that third party. And number 3 is my lucky number. Remember, it's the lucky number. So you're going to do your third party if when the people outdo each other, and you know it's only one person can be a winner. You can't have two winners. You can't tie because you have to break the tie. But if you outdo each other, that when you look at it, you say this is unfairly, this was unfairly done, and we need to start our own party. Then you know it's time for that third party, because I'm telling you, number 3 is a lucky number, because here I come with my third husband. What? Full of talent, full of talent. I'm going with some things when I'm ready. But I'm so proud of him because, yes, he has managed to help me in so many situations coming from a highly criminal environment like this, where we are in Little London, and to see it come to the stage where we have evolved and we have found solutions to the crime and violence, and how to set up, your security system, and how to watch your back and be wiser and stuff like that. Halloween not scary no more. A Little London was scary to me. Halloween was, when I was a child, it was scary, but when I get big and come into Little London, I say, no, Halloween is fun to me, not scary no more. Little London was scary. So now we implement the Halloween into it, and we're having so much fun. I'm here with my candies and everything for my trick or treat. And all who have their tricks, I'm up for it. I'm game for it, because I'm a Halloween fun girl, right? So my husband and I know him. My husband is like, this is evil, Chrissy, this is evil. I'm like, this cannot be as evil as the things that some people do out there. Now that is what me call evil. And because they do evil things, it made me wonder if there's any more good people left in this world. And that is another reason why I celebrate Halloween. Because you see how Satan have to come out to bring out the people with those those majority of satanic tendencies within them. Satan has to go out to seek them out, because those are the people who, once Satan comes around to do their thing, you notice how them glad? They're so happy, and them start dance and gallivant because them get excused to do them wrongdoings. You ever notice a child yet, when a child is by itself, how the child is well behaved, and until another child come to make them do some rudeness, the whole place turn upside down, and they're very happy, because them get another person now, so them can do them naughtiness with. And it's coming like, I don't know, and then when the parents said to them, who did that? It's who did that? Is she? No, is she? And everybody start blaming the other one and start blaming the other one. I see it I'm doing. I see it I'm doing. So right there, you just know how Satan acts, because Satan never yet takes blame for himself. So any single time you see something goes wrong and a person is involved in it, them never yet say it's their responsibility for anything yet. Them always I try find them way in the clear, and I try take with themselves from the blame. So with Halloween, I love Halloween because it helps to bring out those little evil spirits that's in some of the people as well. Because if you have God's spirit in it, that's supposed to rise above the evil. That is supposed to make God shine more. With Halloween, when you practice Halloween, bring Halloween around, God shows up himself in more places than ever. So all those unbelievers and all those people who love the little badness and the evil doing and everything, yeah, man, celebrate Halloween, man. Yeah, when calamity hit you, see how quick you call for God. You see how quick you go and find God. Lord Jesus, help me. Lord, help me. And that's why I love Halloween so much. Because some of them is just so evil. and walking around getting away with it for years. I just love when it catches them. It catches them. And they was like, what the hell? What the hell? I say, yes, so they deserve it. Because if you kept focus on the light, you would have said, God is good and is God. You must keep your eyes on at all times and stop trying to keep up to Satan and his evil ways. Right? So have a happy Halloween, people. Enjoy it while it lasts. It's only one day we get to do this fun. So make the best of it and have a good evening now. Bye. Boo!